So, welcome to Rooted in the Divine. I am Marlene. Welcome to my little part of the interwebs. Hello, hello. Let's see if I can keep looking where I need to and my eyes don't go floating all over the place. Again, I say hello and welcome. So, something came up for me today and I kind of wanted to share it. And we'll kind of just see how this turns out. So, I have been in a relationship for 15 years now, and my husband and I have had our ups and downs, as all relationships do. If you can hear the scratching at the door, that's my bratty little pug. And what is interesting to me, what I have learned, what I just realized is I've been doing my inner work for 2 years now, going on 3. This will be my 3rd year. And I finally realized that I kept everybody in my heart space, in my energetic field. So if you've heard or you have an energetic field and an energetic space all the way around you, right? And that is your sacred space. Energetically, that's yours, right? And I knew this, but it never occurred to me that I never lovingly escorted anybody out of that space. Now, if you pissed me off and we had an issue and I realized that this relationship was not good for me anymore, then you got chucked out of my space. Like, when someone pisses you off, it's a lot easier to boot somebody out of your field, your energy, not necessarily your life. You give them a couple of chances, but when people keep showing you what's up, then at some point you have to take them for face value or keep getting kicked in the teeth. Whichever you prefer. After a while, I get tired of getting kicked and I'm like, no, I love you, but I love me and I need to take care of myself, so I'm going to energetically let you go and I'm going to love you from afar. I wish you all the best in the world. I want nothing but the best for you. I have to love me though. And that requires me saying, our relationship has come to an end now, whether it's blood or not. And blood is the hardest one. And that's also the one that does the most kicking, unfortunately. So learning to have the boundaries and say, I love you and I wish you the best in your life, but I'm releasing you because we are not a match. This doesn't work in the field for me to be happy, whole, and safe. So I have to lovingly let you go. That's not easy to do, but once you learn how to do it and you're doing it and you're walking through, you're like, okay, cool. I get when it's no good for me, but when it is good for you, or you are happy, or you're trying to build something. So my kids and my husband, my world is really small right now, and I love that. I love it. It's safe for me, and I'm learning how to be safe, whole, and happy. And oh man, I realized that I open my heart to my kids and my husband. I keep them in my energetic field all the time. I never have those, you have those deep conversations, those one-on-one talks, and you give each other the hugs and You're like, oh, I love you. That was a good conversation, whether it was hard, like a hard topic, or it was great and you're just like so happy and excited and you're like giving them the hugs and the love. Either way, when you're done, you escort them out of your boundary, right? I never did that. I've never done that. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know. And then I always wondered, like, why do I feel this way? My son is a young adult now. He's 20. And, ooh, it's hard. It was hard. And I'm like, our relationship was hard. Raising him was hard. And I was like, I love him. I have to release him and let him be his own person. Let him make his own choices. I can't control people. I can't control. All I can do is control myself, my actions, have emotional control, and be a safe place for the people that I love to come and talk to me when and if they want to, and have a good relationship because I'm able to control myself, my actions, and my thoughts, right? So when when you have people that you love and they're making choices that you don't agree with, it's really hard. But it's not my life. I have to just love and know that eventually one day they'll get it. And I'm here within my boundaries and we will have a conversation and make it work. And so I'm like, okay. And then I realized that I've never put my husband or my children outside of my energetic bubble. Like, I just kept the door open and kept them right here. And then when I would get hurt, I would get upset. I'm like, why is this making me so mad? Why is this hurting me on this level when it shouldn't? What's going on? And I realized that I never lovingly escorted my husband off my energetic property, or my children off my energetic property, or my pug, this guy here. I never lovingly escort them out and then just put my shield back down. I just kept my heart open and kept them right here. So everything that they did, that they said, it affected me deeper and different. And I'm like, I don't understand why. And then needing to control things and working on being a recovering perfectionist and all those things, and learning how to release control. I'm like, what is going on? Because I'm starting to spiral a little bit. I'm like, why? Just all these thoughts are in my head, and I'm like, none of this is true. And if some of it's true, it doesn't matter because I can't control anything. And so this morning I was in the sauna and it finally hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, I never lovingly escort anybody out. When a hard conversation or when a loving conversation comes up and you have those really good, juicy moments or the hard moments, you're like, you're done. You give the hug, you let go, and you move on. Never thinking to like shut that door energetically. You know what I mean? I was never creating my own safe space because I left it open. If this is making sense. I hope that I'm saying this in a way where it makes sense. I just kept them here. I'm a smother. And I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to release control and let people live their own life because God doesn't break our free will. Who am I to try to control and that's not my place. My place is to control myself and do the things that feel good to me, that I'm called to do, and uncovering my own stuff, worrying about my life and my temple. That doesn't not for 1 minute mean that I do not love my kids and my husband and my bratty little dog here. I do. I love them so much, and it used to always be to my detriment because I overgave. You know, you're like wanting to do the best, especially when you come from major abandonment issues and you're wanting to till your land and be a better parent than what you received your own from your own lineage. You know what I mean? And so I was the polar opposite of my parents, and I love them both very much. um, they did the best they could. I just wanted to be nothing like that. So, to my detriment, I was the overgiver and had that fear of abandonment too, which is crazy that I didn't even realize. You know, therapy was so beautiful for me. Inner work has been freaking amazing because it's given me the opportunity to heal these things on a whole nother level. And I realized that I never escort my husband out. I never escort my children out of my energy field. They always have my heart. They're always going to have like my love, my time, and attention. But for my safety, for my inner heart and my feelings, you've got to be able to close that door and say, thanks for coming. Thank you for stopping by. I love you. And then you just let your energy go back. And then you get the ability to just shake loose and be free and be like, wow, okay. I've not experienced this before. This is new to me because this is the first time it just like clicked. And it wasn't coming from a place of anger, a place of spiteful, like, I'm going to show you, because I used to be like that. When situations would come up in my marriage or in like any, depending on what the situations were, you know, sometimes when you're not healed, you're like, I'm going to do this in spite of you. Like, I'm going to show you I can do this. I'm going to do this. And you know, it's coming from a place of negativity. You can feel it. You know it. You know you well enough to know, like, shoot, I'm being spiteful right now. But I don't know how else to be because I don't have the inner work to know how to fix it and heal it. I do have the inner work now. And I did see how to heal it and have been working on it. And yesterday, it completely wiped me out. I was angry when I woke up. And I was like, this does not feel good to me. This is not right. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling just mad? Not in a good space. But it's not coming from a place of spite. It's like something has to change. I know all these things to be true. I know my relationship is good. I know my husband loves me. I know that I am safe in my home. And I'm grateful for what I have. What am I missing? What's the next step? Because something is not right. And the whole day I let it go. I wasn't trying to figure it out because that night before my mind was spiraling. And I had to check myself and say, that's not true. These other things aren't true. And you just need to let it go because he's allowed to have his own reactions. He's allowed to have his own thoughts, his own feelings, his own things. You're getting triggered. Why? And why can't you let this go? Like, what is the deal? So I finally fell asleep, woke up the next day mad, but not mad at him. Just like, ugh. I ended up going to bed at 6 o'clock. I was like, I'm done. I have to check out because I can just hear it in the way that I'm talking. I can feel that my energy is ick, and I do not love this for me. Like, I can't do this. So I went to bed. I woke up this morning. I went and got in the sauna. And while I was in there, schwitzing it up, having my little sweat, it clicked for me. And it was like, you never escort anybody out. You always have your heart open. And by me having my heart open all the time, I'm leaking my energy. And I'm letting comments and things come in and bother me when they shouldn't bother me. I should be able to just let it go and say, that's your trigger, and not even have to verbalize it, just in my own head, being like, you're triggered right now, and that's okay. I don't have to resolve it. I don't have to like try to pull the information out and dig it in and try to heal and help you, because if you wanted me to do that, you would ask me. Again, learning how to release control, learning how to let things play out, let them be. If I'm looking in the wrong spot, I'm sorry. I'm trying. But I've been trying to do that, to just like let the things play out, to just give the space. And it just messed me up because I'm like, what is going on? And then, like I said, it clicked. I wasn't having the conversations and then closing the boundaries, my energetic space. So then I'm able to go around and live my life, do my days, my things with this space of my own love, my own temple protection, my own, like, you can say something and be triggered. And that gets to be okay for you, and it doesn't affect me because I have energetically closed my door. I get to listen to you and say that gets to be okay without trying to solve it, without feeling this pull and like, why do I have to blah, 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 like, or why, what's going on? How can I help you? How can I fix it? What can I do for you? Let me ask the right question to try to pull that out of you so that I can help heal you and help heal me. It's like, no, ma'am, here's where I need to be. Focus here. Lovingly let them in when it's a conversation that needs it. Then you open your heart and you're like, hello, my love. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my... You know what I mean, though? Like, you're able to say, okay, how can we move forward? What are we trying to do? And then you get to give that hug, that love, the embrace, the whatever it is. And then in your mind, energetically, you're walking them to that door. You're walking them to that edge, and then you let them go. And you lovingly say, okay, my boundary is back up. My golden light is around me. I'm safe. I'm whole and I'm loved. And in this space, nothing penetrates me unless I let it. And that's the huge thing, is I was just leaving the door open. So certain comments, certain things would like trigger. And I'm like, ooh, why is that triggering me? Like, I thought I worked on that. Or, ooh, why did that comment hurt me so much? And instead of, I'm like kind of mad and kind of like, what? WTF? And then it finally hits me. You're not energetically letting them leave. You're trying to hold them in, and I can't. I have to let them go. I have to give them their space. They're free. They're free to roam around and be their own people. You know, you close that door and your energy stays in with you. Today I feel so good. And I feel like I'm safer. It's it's really weird and it's really comforting and it feels great because I'm like, I know fiddlesticks. Oh, because I know that I'm good. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for listening to me. Next time I will make sure that I mute the phone. That didn't even occur to me. Or to bring it close, like that didn't occur to me because I just wanted to come and share this with you guys. Now I'm starting to sweat. Am I turning all red? I don't know. Um, but I wanted to share it with you because it was really profound for me. It feels good to me, and I understand it, and I feel this energy from a place of love and not from a place of spite or of anger. I'll show you. No, this isn't any of that. This gets to be love. Like, no, that doesn't work for me without the fear on the inside, like deep down, of like, I don't know, maybe being abandoned or like, I don't, I just feel really good. And I know that realizing that I have the power to lovingly escort my my people to the edge of my boundary, that gets to be good for me. That gets to be good for you. So if you haven't, look into that for yourself because it really is huge for me. Like it feels relief. I just feel relief. I feel like I can breathe and I understand now. And now those other parts of me, that little girl, that all my little versions of myself that are in me, they get to feel safe now. That's one more layer that I was missing that I didn't know. So I want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share it with you. I look forward to sharing more with you, and I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you on the next one.